Hi, beautiful souls. Good afternoon. It is Thursday, March 19th. It's actually spring equinox 2020, and it's Crystal Path of Light here. And I decided to do a very special reading connecting with Source, with my guides, with ancestral guides on this epic global pandemic. This situation that has everybody running in absolute fear, everybody tuned into so much negativity, yet we're seeing these beautiful other sides of it, right? We're seeing people singing in Italy. We're seeing dolphins swimming in the Venice Canal and swans on top of it. We're seeing NASA pictures of the difference in the pollution over China and thousands of lives being saved. So there is always a silver lining. There's always something beautiful that comes out of it, and we just need to look to our ancestors. I mean, think of all the things through the thousands and thousands of years that our ancestors have faced and dealt with, and we can do this, but we have to become mindful. We have to stop running in fear and connect with higher self. So I decided to put my higher self panties on and do a reading. This is Crystal Ally messages with a support from the angels and a support card from the unicorns. And I asked the Crystal Allies in meditation as I picked these cards for the greatest message we need to hear. And the first card is around the basis of this global crisis that seems to be spiraling out of control. And the basis card message, the greatest message we can receive, is the gift or the message of ancient wisdom. This is an earth element card governed by the stone amber. Now, earth element is slow moving, it's grounding, it's cool, it calms all the other elements, okay? So this message for us is it's time for us to wake up. Get yourself mindful. Start meditating. Start doing your stuff in your. This is the perfect time for all of us to start waking up and doing this, because we're all being asked to isolate and social distance and get quiet and take care of ourselves, and not only to protect ourselves, to protect vulnerable others. And our ancestors understand that. And our ancestors in energy are there for us, guiding us. And I'm going to be doing a lot of special healing sessions and connecting in the next few weeks to continue with my ability to do some quiet global healing, calling on the ancestors as well as the energy of love, angels, unicorns, etc. But the basis for us today in moving forward is that it's time for us to look at the old ways. The new ways have got us into kind of a bit of a mess, but all messes can be cleaned up. This is not a reading about blame, shame, or force, okay? This is about empowerment, evolution, growth, and spiritual awakening. So, because the world as we know it is shifting, and we can't deny that anymore, okay? So with this beautiful basis of ancient wisdom, earth elements supporting us, we understand in all crises, in all times of great despair, fear, pain, there's always a bigger picture. There's always a gift that comes out through it, right? So this card represents the gift we are receiving through this global crisis. And we are receiving the storm element gift of revelation. How beautiful is that? Revelation, the universe, the guides, our ancestors are, through this transformation, this intense storm time, are allowing us to have these aha moments. Allow yourself to hear what your ancestors are saying. Allow yourself to feel, what are the old ways? You know, let's all get quiet. Let's all take a few weeks to go within. Let's all take some time to just allow the earth to heal and calm down, right? This is earth element in the basis. Storm element is an element that is comprised of earth, fire, water, wind. So we're being gifted with storm, even though it feels like the whole world is falling apart. It's not. The gift we can receive moving forward through this and into our new world as this heals and moves off is the gift of revelation, of remembering those aha moments, cherishing them, building on them, gaining wisdom through them, because if we don't apply them to our lives and sort of integrate it into wisdom, we haven't learned anything. And that would be a shame to go through this as a collective, as we're coming together, to not be able to do that, okay? So what is the greatest lesson we can learn through this that we could take with us as we move forward into the new world, after our downtime, after we're taking this breath, after we're allowing some cooling and calming and cleansing? And the card is the Messages card. This is a wind element card governed by Celestite, right? And this is the greatest lesson we're taking, is the lesson of the mind, the lesson of being in that sense of higher self and doorway to spirit, as opposed to running an ego and fear. If we can learn that, if we can learn to connect, to transform with these revelations that are being revealed to us right now, when we move through this, and even now as we're moving through it, trust the intuitive messages within. It's sometimes you have to turn off the TV and the news and social media and it's awesome at times, get your information. However, you have to listen to your inner guidance. You have to listen to what your guides and your angels are saying. And if we can do that, we act from higher self mode, not fear mode, not lack mode. That's another thing we need to learn through this. Just with the hoarding, with the, grabbing and taking millions of supplies and there's nothing left for others. That's fear. That's fear, fear, fear. Higher self, your soul understands there isn't any. There's enough for all of us, okay? So as we move through this, we're being asked to learn to trust our angelic messages, our intuitive messages, our higher self messages, and learn from that, because that is going to assist us as we move forward in shifting, changing, and transforming, and being more supportive of Mother Earth, respectful of our neighbors. Maybe having downtime after this is over, where we take a day out of the week to just disconnect and chill. This card is, as we wrap up and move through, and we all know that this is going to come to an end and it's all going to be okay, and we are going to move forward with our ancient wisdom, with our gift of storm giving us the revelations, and with learning how to act on our divine messages by being calm and meditative and present and mindful and in a state of compassion, mercy, and grace. We are receiving kind of the outcome, or what we learned from all of this tied in together, a storm element card of convergence. This couldn't be a more beautiful card, beloveds, because this message, if you see this stone, and it's giastolite, it's surrounded by this beautiful spider web, and grandmother spider is kind of the story associated with the message of this card. And again, very ancestral, very ancient ways. This understanding that every single thing in our lives, we're weaving this beautiful tapestry or web into our perfect life, right? Life is not one straight line from point A to point B. We are being all thrown off this, what seems like this hopeless track, killing all our dreams, getting rid of everything. What's going to happen? But in reality, the universe doesn't look at it that way at all. Spirit doesn't look at it that way at all. It's going to take us and give us shortcuts to some big solutions on global warming, solutions on global community, solutions on taking time to be still so we can hear. And this outcome, if you can listen to these messages and integrate them into your life and apply them and use them, this is a gift. This is what your greatest learning can be. Then your outcome will be this beautiful web and this understanding at a deep spiritual level that this storm was for our growth, for our transformation, for empowerment, for cracking out some old ways that just cannot work in 2020 anymore. So, I feel this is really a beautiful, uplifting reading. It's messages that we can all use moving forward. And if even 10 of us, 20 of us, 50 of us, 100 of us can hold this space on a daily basis, light workers, if you can sit in your sacred space and connect in your way and do whatever gifts the universe and spirit has given you to share quietly. It doesn't have to be on social media. I've been personally told by my guides, you don't have to be going out talking about it. You don't need the glory anyway. It's not about that. But if that's your thing and if that's what your connection is, then that's fine too. So I have an angel card. I asked the angels for a supportive angel message to go with this message of ancient wisdom, revelation, messages, and convergence. Okay? We got Mystique, and you see there's a unicorn, a black unicorn, and I like that because we're all feeling like we're just surrounded by polarity and darkness. Black unicorns come in, for me, in my experience, they've always connected to me when I need to see that the darkness is as light as the light, that there is really, truly no polarity. And the message here is to keep going. Everything will work out. Miraculous situations and solutions will appear, but we have to understand we're in this. There's no turning back. Yesterday's gone. There's a new sunset tonight and a sunrise tomorrow. I'm on Eastern time, so I'm in late afternoon here. But so the angels want us to open our hearts and minds to this understanding that they're supporting us with miracles, with divine guidance, with this beautiful understanding that, there's so much light in the dark. There's so much light in the dark, okay? The unicorn support card, so this is more of the heart card, opening the heart, and this is the soul guidance, is sanctuary. Wow. Couldn't be more apropos. So the unicorns are asking us all to create sacred space within our sanctuary, within our home, especially during this time. Because if we are in our homes and the energy is flowing in a positive, loving, healthy way, our immune systems are up. We're feeling peaceful. Our children are going to feel better. Our pets are going to feel better because our pets right now are all extremely anxious because they're taking in all our fear. They're trying to assist all of you with grounding and support, and over time it's going to, affect them too. So this is about taking the time to disconnect from the world. Again, even if you're in isolation, even if you're in your home, and you're still able to go out shopping or to the park, take the time to really, really appreciate the stillness, right? Take the time to take a breath, take the time to understand that, this is what the unicorns want us, this is what our soul message is. To have that sacred space, to have that sanctuary, that the unicorns are holding us in a space of sanctuary. And if you think about what sanctuary was think about medieval times when people were being persecuted and they would go into the church and the armies or whoever were not allowed in there. That was sacred protective space, and that's what the unicorns are telling us. If you would like a healing session with me or to book a private reading, I'm still available by remote. You can message me privately and we can set something up. Energy healing is very powerful, and especially with all this stress and fear and anxiety, it can really assist you in getting grounded, getting centered. We can release any old, even ancestral blockages that are coming up right now from prior times, because we do not just inherit physical traits through our ancestors. Experiences, thoughts, memories come through too. So I wish you all a beautiful, quiet, calm night and moving forward, remembering to connect to the ancient ways, or even open up to understanding a little bit about it. Use this gift of revelation to learn what we need to learn to make this world such a better place. Learning how to hear and listen to our angels and guides and our inner guidance. And that first and foremost comes from doing your meditation, yoga, breath work, praying, spiritual practice, so you can hear it. Because a lot of times we hear it, but if we're in fear, intuitive messages are really ego messages. And if we're in fear, then we don't trust it. We pick it apart and doubt it. And we're all converging together as one. This is not, I'm just being told that this is not just about individuals. This is about a global convergence coming through with this, a global coming together. All right? All my love. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.